Hi, friends. Alright, so this week for our Children's Moment story time, we are going to read a story called The Emerald Lizard. And it's a Guatemalan tale of helping others. But before we get to the story, I just want to ask you a question. So, what makes someone rich? Go ahead and think about that for a second. What makes somebody rich? Maybe you said money, or a nice house, or a nice car, fancy clothes. But I'm curious, did anybody say family, or friends, or good health? So today we're going to read this story, and I want you to think about the different types of riches that we hear in this story. So, the Emerald Lizard. So what I'll do is I'll read the page and then I'll show you the picture, okay? In the 1600s, in the city of Santiago de Guatemala, there lived a priest who had the heart of an angel. His name was Brother Pedro San Joseph de Montecote. And the peasant whispered that he could perform miracles. One hot summer afternoon, Brother Pedro met up with a poor man named Juan on a dusty road. Juan looked extremely worried. "What troubles you, my friend?" asked the priest. "It's my wife," replied Juan hurriedly. "She's sick and needs medicine. I have no money. The doctor says she will die without medicine. I don't know what to do." Brother Pedro wanted to help, but he had no money to give to Juan. Just then, a small green lizard ran across the road. The priest reached down and caught it with a quick grab. Holding the wiggly lizard gently, he placed it next to his heart. The good brother then handed the lizard to the poor man. There's our lizard. Juan was astonished. The lizard had turned into an emerald. So a fancy stone that is almost like a green diamond. He thanked Brother Pedro profusely for his kindness and ran to town. He found a willing merchant and exchanged the gift for medicine, food, and 3 cows. His wife recovered soon after, and Juan knew happiness once again. Oh, so have we started to see some of those riches yet? I can think of a couple. Years passed by, and Juan prospered in the cattle business. The day arrived when, with a fat purse on his belt, he returned to the marketplace to repurchase the emerald lizard from the merchant. "I'm sorry," the merchant said, "but the gem isn't for sale. It brings me much luck." "And so it will today," replied Juan, counting out 10 times the amount he had received for it so many years before. The merchant grinned. "The lizard is yours, my friend," he said. Juan searched far and wide for Brother Pedro. At long last he found him living in the countryside. The old priest, long retired and somewhat infirm, recognized his visitor at once. "My dear friend," said Brother Pedro, "what brings you out this far?" "A gift of many years past," answered Juan, "a gift that I now wish to return." Come in, and tell me all about it," said the priest. "You are in time to share my midday meal." Brother Pedro's small house was poor but clean. He offered Juan a simple repast of vegetable stew and dark bread. Juan told the old priest the story of his prosperity and explained that he wanted to help make life easier for him. He slowly unwrapped the treasure and placed it in the center of the table. What do you think he put there? Next to the loaf of bread, bright sunlight streamed through the open window, causing the deep green lizard to shimmer. Brother Pedro gazed at the marvel for a long moment, then said, I remember now, and I remember well. It's a thoughtful and loving gesture, Juan. I humbly thank you. The old priest picked up the gift and tenderly held it to his heart. Then he slowly lowered it to the floor. The lizard awoke and scurried to freedom through the open door. There he goes. And that is the end of our story. So how many riches did you see in this story? So there was medicine, and there was money, and emeralds, and this little tiny lizard who got to live at the end and got to run free. So lots of riches in that one. So now we're going to talk about what Jesus says about riches. In his Sermon on the Mount, he says, do not store up yourself treasures on earth, where moths and vermin destroy, where thieves break in and steal, but store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where moths and vermin do not destroy, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will also be. So Jesus is saying that your fancy house, it's going to break down a little bit. You're going to have to make lots of repairs. Your fancy, special, really expensive car, it's going to break down. Your clothes, no matter how nice they are, eventually they're going to tear. They're going to get dirty. But your friends and your family and good health, those things will last. And those things are what's special. So today what I'm going to invite you to do is you're going to need paper. You're going to need some sort of writing utensil, and we're going to make our own emeralds. So you can color it green, you can color it, I don't know, yellow, red, however you want to make your gems, because there's something that's special for you. So I'm going to draw just a simple diamond shape. Maybe I want to get fancy with my diamond shape and draw out something like this. It's up to you. Maybe you want to color it green or red or whatever. I'm going really fast. You can take your time with yours, but I'm just doing it fast to show you. But then what I want you to do is I want you to write something on your gem that is a treasure to you. So for me, I'm going to write, my sister just visited, and so she's one of the treasures in my life, and so I'm going to write my sister's name. So I wrote her on the little diamond. She doesn't know I'm doing this. And then I'm gonna make it orange because I like the color orange. And then now, if you would like, you can even cut it out so that you have it with you. You could put it somewhere special. You could maybe you could even put it on a string or something if you want to hold it by your heart, like Pedro did with the lizard. Maybe you want to just put it on a mirror or something so that's a reminder for you of what is truly treasure in life. But I just want to remind you that we are all blessed by God in so many ways. And just as Juan repaid Father Pedro's gift when he was able to, we are called to share when God blesses us with treasures. So, how are you going to share your treasure today? So when Allison was here, we socially distanced, but we were able to go and visit some other friends, and I got to share my treasure with them. And so maybe you're going to share your toys, or maybe you're going to go on a walk, because that's celebrating your health, and if you're with the loved one, that's celebrating them all together. So how are you going to share the treasures that you have? So let's end with a prayer. So bow your heads. You can repeat after me. Dear God, you bless us with many treasures. Help us to help others. With the gifts you have given us, may we be a treasure to all around us. Amen. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed. See you later.